Hello everyone, welcome back to Kiran's English Hub. So we are ready with the next topic of Osmania University, Degree Sum 6 and Unit 6 here. And in this we are going to go with the relative clauses. This is a topic which we have in Unit 4 here. So we have already recorded the other topic of the same subject here, the same unit, that is one word substitutes. So one word substitute is the vocabulary of this unit, and this relative clause is the grammar part of this unit, right? So let us get started with the relative clauses. So before getting into the relative clauses, you first must understand what do you mean by a relative word here in English. Let me give you one small example. Okay, so let us say I saw the same person today whom I saw yesterday. This is a normal sentence we have. Okay, let me first tell you why the relative word is called as a clause. Okay, see, I saw the person today. This is all together. This is a clause. Let me tell you what is a clause first of all. Clause is the combination of a subject plus verb. So here I is a subject and saw is a verb. Okay, so together this is a clause. Till here this is a clause. Whom I saw yesterday. Again, this is another clause, but this clause is actually starting with whom I saw yesterday. Again, I is subject here, saw is V2. This is again another verb, another clause here. But this clause is beginning with the relative word whom. So that is the reason we call this whole clause, entire clause, as a relative clause. Okay, this is the relative clause. This clause has got this name because of the relative word, which is whom. And this whom is the word which we call as the relative pronoun. Okay, so let me once tell you what are the relative pronouns in English, and also we have another type of the um, words also which are relative words. They are called as relative pronouns. So we have both the relative pronouns and also relative adverbs. Okay, so this is a brief explanation that I'm giving you before in hand. In relative pronouns we have who, whom, whose, which, and that. Okay, whereas in the relative adverbs we have three only. One is when, another one is where, another one is why. These are the words. Basically in English we use these words for the questions, right? All these are double H words. Ask who are you, whom are you speaking to, whose book is this, which table is this, which class is today, okay, when are you coming, where are you going, why are you doing this. These are all questions. Remember, double H words other than questions, they are also relative words. We call them as a relative pronouns and also relative adverbs. So in the case of relative adverbs, when clearly shows the time when some action happened. So usually when we use these double H words in the questions, they are used in the beginning of the sentences. For example, where are you going, when are you coming, when are the exams. In all these sentences, the double H word is in the beginning. That is question. But relative adverbs or relative pronouns are not in the beginning of the sentences. They are always in the middle of the sentences. Okay. And remember, all these relative words, they always speak about the noun which is preceded before them. The noun which is preceded before them. So this same type of noun is replaced with some word that must be a relative pronoun. Okay. Now look at this combination. If any place is replaced with a relative word, then you use where. So this is used to refer to a place. Next, why is referred to show any reason. Okay, next coming to relative pronouns here. Look at the difference between who and whom. These two are very important. There are many questions based on these two. Okay, so who is used to show the subject of the sentence and whom is used to show the object of the sentence. In a sentence, we have subject, verb, and object, right? Subject is called as the doer of the action. That means one who does the action. And object is called the receiver of the action. That means one who receives the action. So if at all you want to replace the noun's subject, then you have to use whom. If you want to replace noun object, then you have to use whom. Okay, who and whom. Next, another word, the word is whose. It is used to show the possession Possession is nothing but ownership, right? Next one, which is there, which is also used to show some things. It used to speak about the things. It is also used to speak about the subjects and also objects of the sentences. Okay, basically, it is used to go for the non-living things. Okay, non-living things which can be both subjects and objects. It is like a random thing actually. Next, that is the case which you use for the informal case of use. This is actually an informal case. Informal case, and this word that is used in the place of who are also in the place of which. Okay, so and remember that is also has another meaning in English. That is nothing but it is used to show the particular case. Particular case, if anything is particular with the place of who or which, then we can use the relative pronoun that. Okay, so first you have to make sure that you are good with these rules, and immediately we can get into the questions. So totally, as I can see in your textbook, we have totally 5 exercises. Okay, each exercise consists nearly 10 questions and all. Two exercises consists only 5 questions out of 5. Okay, so let us get started with our exercise today. Please take out your textbooks, or if you are watching this before one day of examination, please keep this in your brain, not in your textbook, right? So the students who are watching these videos for the first time, please do subscribe to our channel, and those who are already watching it, please don't stop the video in between. Watch till the end, right? And if at the end, if you like the video, please do click on the like button. It motivates me to give you more content and more videos, right? So students, let us get started here. First section is very simple. That is nothing but underline the relative pronouns or adverbs, and the nouns they replace. That means you need to underline, you have to identify the relative pronoun or adverb, relative adverb, and you should also tell these relative pronouns or adverbs are used to replace which nouns. That's what I told you before, right? They are used to replace the nouns. So let us look at question number 1. I saw the photographs of those who had disappeared without a trace. Already this is given for you in your textbook. Now the relative pronoun here is nothing but who. Okay, this relative pronoun is speaking about the object of the sentence, that is nothing but those. Okay, and this those also refers to the photographs of those. So together we can say your actual noun is photographs, and this those is used to replace the photographs. So still we can use the word those, or we can also say photographs is the noun form. Okay, next let us go to our exercise from here. Let me read the sentence and you can get the relative pronoun. The friends with whom I sat on graduation day have been my friends for life. So your final goal is to find out the relative pronouns. What are the relative pronouns just before we had seen? Okay, just try to find out who, whom, whose, which, that, when, where, why. Those are your relative pronouns and adverbs. Now in this sentence, what is the relative pronoun? Can you tell me? The relative pronoun is nothing but a whom. Okay, we can clearly identify. Now the friends with whom I sat. Now this whom refers to the friends noun here. So this is the noun, whom is the relative word. Next, ordinary people whose personal well-being and security are assured. Okay, it is not or, it is ARER. Join together in huge numbers to save people they do not know and will never meet. So what is the WH word here in this sentence? Can you tell me? The WH word here is nothing but whose. This is another relative pronoun, but this relative pronoun speaks about whom? The ordinary people whose personal beings. Whose refers to here people. People is a noun form and whose is a relative pronoun. Next word. One of many things I learned at the end of that classics corridor down, which I ventured at the age of 18. So here you may come across two words here. One is that and another one is which. But here actually relative adverb is nothing but relative pronoun is nothing but which. It is relative pronoun. Okay. So this which refers to the corridor, that the place actually. But here we can use the word which without any problem. end of that classical corridor. Here, that is not a relative pronoun. It is a demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun shows something. What are they showing here? They're showing that classical corridor, pointing at some corridor. They're telling this is the corridor, which is a relative pronoun. Next one, at your age, in spite of a distinct lack of motivation at university, where I had spent, look at this, speaking about university, where is a relative pronoun? University is the noun form. Clear? Next. I read hastily scribbled letters smuggled out of totalitarian regimes by men and women were risking imprisonment to inform the outside world of what was happening to them. Here the relative pronoun is what. Remember, okay, so the relative pronoun is what is also used as relative pronoun. You must be very careful. We did not mention that, please do mention it. Okay, and tell me, what is a noun form that is used to speak about this word? These men and women were risking imprisonment to inform the outside world of what was happening to them. So look at this combination. This what was happening to them, this is all used as the clause here. This is all used as the clause. What type of clause is this? This is a noun clause. So this, the word what is used to not refer to only noun. It is used to refer to the whole noun clause. Okay. Next. This man whose life had been shattered. Look at this. Immediately we got the answer. What is your answer here? Whose? We are speaking about whom here? Man. This man whose life? Whose is a possession. So this man's life, exactly this man's life. So to show the possession, we are using the word whose, which we already learned. Next one, they are my children's godparents, the people to whom I have been able to turn in times of trouble. To whom we are speaking about, whom here? The people. Who are these people? Grandparents. So grandparents is actually the original noun, and to replace them, we are using the word who. Okay, next. I shall never forget the African torture victim, a young man not older than I was at the time, who had become mentally ill. We are speaking about whom here? We are speaking about this young victim, the young man, okay, who was not older than I was at that time. So this young victim was suffered a lot at that time. So this person is speaking about this young victim. So relative pronoun is who here, and young victim is the noun combination. Next one, I have one last hope for you, which is something that I already had it at 2021, 21 years of age. Okay, so here which is a relative pronoun. Something that, again, this is also a relative pronoun. Two relative pronouns are there. That refers to something. Here which refers to hope, last hope. Okay, so two pronouns are there, two relative pronouns are there, and they speak about two different nouns. Clear? So till here this is quite easy because already relative pronouns are given. But exercise 2, you might find it a little bit hard because here we have fill in the blanks, and these fill in the blanks must be filled with the who, whom, whose, or which. Only these four, that's it. Only these four. You cannot add any other the relative adverbs. You don't need any relative adverbs. You only need to use relative pronouns. Look at the first one. In the conference I met a polyglot dash knew 13 languages. Here we are speaking about polyglot. Polyglot, I think we got this word in one word substitutes. Polyglot, poly means many, glot is a person who speaks. One who speaks many languages is a polyglot. Now, this noun is about the person who speaks, who knew many languages. Now, can you tell me which is your answer? I met a polyglot who knew. I met a polyglot whom knew. I met a polyglot whose knew or which knew. Can you tell me your answer? Who knew? It is not even whom. Whom is used for the object. This fellow knew something that is directly V2. That is nothing but subject combination. For the case of subject, we have to use who. Next one, he never find shoes dash fit him well. Here we are speaking about the shoes. Now shoes, we cannot use these both words, who and whom, they are only related to the persons, right? So eliminate that too. Whose or which fit him well or whose fit him well. Remember, if at all you use the word whose, whose is immediately followed by another noun form. Do you find any noun form here? We don't have it. So what must be your answer here? Only which. I don't want the shoes which are not good. You can say, I don't want the shoes which are very costly, right? So which is the relative pronoun. Next one. Why do you always ask the questions? We are speaking about questions. Again, they are not living. So eliminate these two. They are only used to living. Now, whose are very complicated? Whose are not TW? It is TOO, too complicated. Okay. Yeah. Questions dash are too complicated. Whose are too complicated or which are too complicated? Here we are speaking about only questions, so must be used with which. One more rule is if at all you are using whose, there must be immediately noun because whose is a word speaks about the possession of some noun. Okay. So answer is only which. Next one. People dash are participating. Here we are speaking about people living, right? So living in the sense we cannot use which. Again, after blank we don't have noun, so we can also eliminate whose. The answer must be who or whom. If your subject is people, then you can use who. If your object is people, then you can use whom. People are participating, right? That means people are doing the action. If people are doing the action, people is a subject, so your answer must be only who. Next. You are exactly the person dash I wish to see. Now look at this. Again, we are speaking about person. And remember, after person, after blank, we don't have noun. So again, we can eliminate whose, we can eliminate which. Okay. And now tell me, who is the subject of the sentence? You are the person I wish to see. See, I want to do some action. What I want to do? I wished. So already subject object is given. So another combination must be only object. So in this place, object must be used. So object is nothing but whom. Whom I wish to see. I want to see you, right? I wish to see you. I is the subject, you are the object. So in the reference of the object, we have to use only whom. Next, meet the proud mother dash daughter has won several medals. Let me underline one word here. Daughter, it is a noun form. Can you tell me your answer directly? Is your answer who? We have four options, okay? What are the options we have? Whom, whose, which. Now in this blank, what is your answer? Tell me. Who daughter? Not possible. Whom daughter is also not possible because immediately noun is there. If at all you use who and whom, immediately verb must be there. Who's immediately followed by noun just before I told you. Which is also followed by verb, not possible. So what must be your answer only? Whose daughter? Belongingness, the daughter of this lady, the daughter of this mother. Okay. Next. What did you do with the money dash I gave you yesterday? Okay. The money dash I gave you yesterday. We are speaking about money, so we cannot use person related. Now, whose I gave you yesterday or which I gave you yesterday? Your answer must be which, because money is non-living. Whose cannot be used. Money doesn't have any relation. Next. An atheist is a person dash does not believe. We are speaking about person, so our answer must be whom or whose. Who or whom. Now tell me your answer. Who does not believe or whom does not believe? See, person does not believe in God. God is the object here. God is the object. Object is already given. Since we are speaking of person, answer must be only who. Next. I don't remember the name of the man dash I spoke to yesterday. See, I spoke already. I spoke to that person yesterday. That means I am doing the action. I is already the subject of the sentence. I is already subject. This man is the object. So object must be used with what here? Whom. Right? Next one. Only children dash parents. See, immediately after the blank, noun is given. So what can be used directly according to the rule as I told you? Whose parents? Belongingness again. So these are the shortcuts with which you can learn these questions. So both these slides are very accurate enough for you to answer in the examination, right? Next one. Here we have some work. We have to add who, whose, when, where, or why. That means we have to add both relative pronouns and also relative adverbs when, where, why. When, where, why are relative adverbs. Let me underline who speaks about the person subject, whom also speaks about the person but object. Sorry. Who speaks about the belongingness, possession? When speaks about time, where speaks about place, and why speaks about reason. If you find out these combinations, you can get the answer. Question number one. Do you know restaurant? Actually, I think I'm missing the here. There must be the. Without the, it is somewhat meaningless. Do you know a restaurant or the restaurant? Do you know a restaurant? Dash, we get samosas. Here we are speaking about the restaurant. Restaurant is a subject, possession, time, place, reason. What is it? It is a place. So where we get good sound. Okay, next. A dentist is a person. Here we are speaking about person. So we cannot use why, we cannot use where, we cannot use when. Your answer must be who or whose. Okay. Now whose is qualified or who is qualified? Who is qualified? Person is qualified, right? That means person is doing the action. Next, 1950 was the year. We are speaking about the year. I think directly we can get the meaning, right? What is our answer? Speaking about year, right? Time. Dash India became republic. What must be your answer? When India got republic or when India became republic. Next one. I still don't know the reason dash I was punished. Here directly our answer is there. Reason. It is clearly mentioned. What is our answer immediately? Why I was punished. I don't know why I was punished. I was punished is the combination. I don't know why I was punished shows the reason. Okay. Next. Have you seen the artist? Here we are speaking about the artist. Dash paintings are extremely thought-provoking. Paintings is a noun form. Now tell me what is the word which is missing? Can you tell me your answer? We are speaking about the artist. Now, who paintings or whose paintings? Only one of these two words. Because these three remaining words cannot be used with the persons. Now, who paintings or whose paintings? Immediately noun is there, right? So I told you before only, whose paintings must be there. Next. Exercise 4, combine the sentences using who, whose, which, that, where, when. That means using any relative pronouns, you have to find out the proper connector of these sentences. How to combine the sentences actually. Look at the first one. You borrowed a novel from the library. Have you read it? Okay, now let me make the sentence here. Have you read a novel? Which or that you borrowed from the library? The question mark. Now remember, you have read a novel. Have you read a novel? This is one question. Okay, have you read it? Which and that are the relative pronouns here. You borrowed from the library. That is the first sentence. See, together combining these two sentences, we are using a relative combination, that is which or that. You can use any of these two words. Both of them are meaningful. Okay. Next one. I met a dancer. He knows you. What can be your answer? Can you tell me? It is not meet. Okay. It is not meet. I met only. I met a dancer. This dancer who knows you. So this dancer, speaking about this dancer who, this dancer immediately v5, this dancer knows you. Okay, this is one combination. Again, we are using the relative pronoun who here. So here one relative pronoun who is over, and here one relative pronoun which or that is over. Okay, next one. We stayed at a hotel. We met an animal rights activist at the hotel. So here we are speaking about a hotel. Hotel is nothing but the combination of where. So you can read it the sentence as we stayed at a hotel. Stayed, it is not it, it is at. We stayed at a hotel where we met an animal activist. Immediately you can eliminate full stop here. Add only where in this part. Remaining sentence is as it is. So you need not to change any sentence. Okay. Next. She works in a company. See already who is out. Again which that is out. Again where is also out. Okay, now she works in a company. The company's work ethics is very good. Okay, now look at the sentence. She works in a company. We are speaking about this company. Remove all this. Okay, immediately replace this word with the whose work ethics. Here whose refers to company. Remember, whose is a possession. This is a possession word. This possession can be used both for the living and also non-living. This is used both for the living and also non-living. Okay, so we are speaking about whose work. Whose work are we speaking about here? The company's work ethics is very good. Okay, so she works in a company whose work ethic is very good. Just eliminate the word company's. Remaining sentence is as it is. Okay, next word. I still remember the day our first pet came home that day. So we are speaking about the day. Okay, so I still remember the day. Immediately you can add one word here, that is nothing but when our first pet came home that day. Okay, so here speaking about the day must be um, used with the meaning of time. So what is one related word which speaks about time? That is when. Okay, clear. So in the first combination, first sentence you are using which or that. In the second sentence you are using where. Okay, in the third sentence you are using sorry, second sentence you are using who. Third sentence you are using where. Fourth sentence it must be whose. And in the fifth sentence we are using when. Okay, next. Correct the following sentences now. This is a little bit complicated. The hill station, we are speaking about hill station. Hill station is what? This is a place which we spend. No, what must be our answer? Where we spend, because we are referring to a place, right? Next, do you know the name of the river? We are speaking about the river. Who flows? River is non-living, right? We cannot use who. Tell me which relative pronoun can be used. River dash flows. River which flows, or river that flows. We can use any of these combinations, because we are particularizing this sentence. Particularity in the sense what? Which is a general reference. So you can use which or that. Next. The people which work, which is non-living again, remember. The people dash work in the stadium are very friendly. Remember, you can use two words here. One is who or another one is that. If you ask me, sir, why that? Again, we are referring to the particular people. Particular word can be used. Okay. So you can also use who, no problem. Next question. That was the year where severe losses were incurred. We are speaking about the year here in this sentence. Sentence year is not where. Year is the time indicator. It must be used with the when. Next. A soda maker is a machine. Who makes? Who is used with people? We cannot use. Instead, we can use the word which makes. And if you ask me, sir, why can't we use that? We are just speaking about a reference. A soda maker, this is a general machine. So a machine cannot be particularized. So we only use the word which. Next. Is that the man? Whose is the author? Now tell me your answer. What must be your relative pronoun? Error. Your relative pronoun error is whose. Just eliminate SC, because who is your answer. This is the man. This man is the author of the bookseller. So man here is used in the place of subject. He is a bookseller. Okay, he is a subject. So subject must be used with the who, not whose. Next, she recommended a book. The title of whom? We are speaking about the title of a book. Title of a book must be used with the which. I have forgotten. Okay. Next, they are three brothers, all of which are graduates. All must be used as a subject. You're here in the place of which you must use object. What is the object of whom? Can you tell me your answer? Your answer is whom. Okay. Remember, not who are graduates. All of who are graduates is wrong. All of whom are graduates is correct. Next, that is the film where I saw. Film. Speaking about film, film cannot be used with where. What must be used here? Which I saw or that I saw, but I tell you to go with only that, because we are referring to the particular film here, particularization. Next, she is the one who mother, not possible. Mother noun form is there, so before noun form, what you have to expect here? Whose mother, right? So in all the sentences, what you have to do is you just have to refer to the previous noun which is mentioned in the sentence before this relative pronoun. So whenever you look at it, this relative pronoun, there you must search for the noun combination, and also you should also check the word which is after this relative pronoun. In this sentence, after this relative pronoun, mother is there, noun form. So immediately we can get the relative word here, right? So this is how we have to solve all these questions. Please remember these questions for your examination sake. And thank you so much for watching. Before you could leave the video, please click on the like button, and also please do subscribe and share the videos. And if you are the first time viewer, please don't forget to subscribe immediately and click on the bell icon. Okay, students, thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next video.